Welcome to another episode of Spelling Bee Ninja, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of English grammar. Today, we're going to explore a tense that often adds richness and depth to our conversations, the present perfect continuous tense. This tense is unique because it connects the past to the present, indicating actions that started in the past and are still relevant today. Whether you're preparing for a writing assignment, chatting with friends, or just looking to enhance your English skills, understanding this tense will give you a powerful tool for communication. Let's start with the structure of the present perfect continuous tense. The basic formula is simple. You need a subject, followed by the auxiliary verbs has or have, then the word been, and finally, the main verb in its ing form. For instance, in the sentence, I have been reading this book for 2 hours, I is the subject, have is the auxiliary verb, been is the past participle of to be, and reading is the action in its continuous form. Understanding this structure enables us to effectively convey ongoing actions. Now, let's consider the usage of this tense, beginning with actions that started in the past and continue into the present. This is a typical scenario where you might say, he has been studying for his exams all week. In this case, the action of studying began previously. It is not completed yet and is crucial as he prepares for an upcoming test. Another example could be, we have been living in this city for 10 years. Here, the focus is again on an ongoing situation that stretches from the past into the present. Next, this tense is also perfect for emphasizing the duration of an activity. For example, you might say, she has been teaching at this school for 5 years. This not only indicates that she teaches but also highlights the time span involved. Similarly, you could say, I have been writing this report since morning, indicating both the action and its beginning point in time. Time expressions such as for and since are key here. For is used to discuss duration, as in for 2 hours, while since indicates a specific starting point, such as since 2010. Now, let's discuss another interesting aspect of this tense, its ability to describe recent activities that have present effects. A great example could be, the children have been running, and now they are tired. Here, the action of running is no longer occurring, but its effects, the children's current tiredness, are very much present. Similarly, you might hear, he has been working all night, so he needs rest. In these cases, even if the action itself has stopped, its consequences are felt in the present. It's fascinating how grammar shapes our understanding, isn't it? Now, let's differentiate between the present perfect tense and the present perfect continuous tense. Although they both connect actions to the present, their focuses diverge. The present perfect tense emphasizes the completion of an action. For instance, if I say, I have read the book, it indicates that I finished it. However, if I say, I have been reading the book for 2 hours, I emphasize the duration, the time I've spent engaged with the activity, rather than its completion. This distinction is crucial in effective communication. Additionally, let's look at how to form questions and negatives with the present perfect continuous tense. To make questions, just invert the subject and auxiliary verb. For example, has she been working here long, or have they been playing football all day? On the flip side, when forming negatives, simply add not after has or have. For example, you would say, she has not been studying for the exam, or we have not been waiting for very long. As we dive deeper into the usage of this tense, it's essential to recognize common mistakes learners often make. One frequent error is using the wrong auxiliary verb. For example, someone might mistakenly say, she has been working on this project. The correct version is, she has been working on this project. Another common pitfall is confusing the present perfect and the present perfect continuous tenses. For example, saying, I have worked here for 5 hours focuses unnecessarily on the action's completion. The proper form emphasizes duration with, I have been working here for 5 hours. Lastly, a crucial element of this tense is the word been. Never leave it out. An incorrect phrase might be, they have working hard. The right form is, they have been working hard. All right. Now, let's take a look at practical applications of the present perfect continuous tense. In daily life, this tense is often used in conversations about routines and habits. For example, you might say, I have been practicing yoga every morning, conveying both your commitment to the practice and its ongoing nature. In academic settings, it can describe research that continues to be of relevance, like researchers have been analyzing the data for several weeks. Lastly, in casual conversations, people often use this tense to talk about current situations or recent activities, such as I have been thinking about what you said. These examples show how versatile the present perfect continuous tense can be in various contexts. Now, I want you to take a moment and think about how often you've used this tense in your daily conversations. Recognizing your usage can help solidify your understanding. One final note before we wrap up this segment, let's quickly practice some applications of this tense. Imagine someone asks you about your recent activities. You can respond using the present perfect continuous tense, discussing ongoing actions you've been engaged with. Whether it's work, school, or personal projects, think about your experiences and how this tense can illustrate them clearly. To summarize what we've learned today, the present perfect continuous tense is an essential element of English grammar that links past actions to the present while highlighting their ongoing nature. We explored its structure and application, focusing on actions that started in the past and continue now, the duration of those actions, and how they can describe recent activities with ongoing effects. We also discussed some common mistakes to be mindful of, such as using the wrong auxiliary verb or omitting been. Understanding this tense enhances your ability to communicate effectively and precisely. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Spelling Bee Ninja. We hope you now feel more confident in using the present perfect continuous tense in your everyday conversations and writing. Remember to practice regularly, as mastering this tense can significantly improve your fluency and expressiveness in English. Join us next time as we continue our exploration of English grammar and unlock even more tools to elevate your communication skills. Until then, keep practicing and happy learning.